a lie you can see. Your 20s are for messing it up, that your real life starts in the 30s. What if I told you that that's the most dangerous advice you can follow? The parties, the for now jobs, the relationships that you treat as exploitable, they aren't just experiences. They are investments, or they are debts, and you're paying for them, compounding interest with them. Your 20s aren't a rehearsal. This is the main stage. Let's start with the most logical one, money. The principle here is compounding, but it's not just about your investments. It's about your career capital, your earning potential, and your financial capital, all compounding in parallel. First, career capital. In your 20s, you have an asset that you never have again to this degree, agility. You can take a low-paying job at a rocket ship startup company for the experience. You can pivot industries with relatively low costs. You can afford to apprentice, to learn a high-value skill like sales, coding, or content creation. Every skill you build, every professional relationship you compounds. The 35-year-old who is a director or a successful entrepreneur isn't a genius. The 25-year-old who spent 10 years compounding their skills while others were just doing the job. Second, literal financial capital. Let's get specific. If you invest $300 a month at the age of 25 in a broad market index fund, assuming for a 7% annual return, you'll have $675,000 at age 65. Wait just 10 years to start at 35? You'll have to invest over $650,000 That's the math of procrastination. It's brutal. Third habit is habit compounding. This is the science. The habit of tracking your spending, of negotiating your first salary, of living below your means even when you get a raise, these aren't just good behaviors. They wire your brain for financial confidence. You're not just saving dollars. You're building a scarcity-proof mindset. The goal in your 20s isn't to be rich. It's to establish a system where money is a tool for freedom, not a source of constant anxiety. Start building your Roth IRA. Max it out if you can. Build your emergency fund. Your future self doesn't need a time machine. You just need to start now. Now let's talk about something far more serious than money. Relationships. The biggest misconception is that your 20s are for playing the field without consequences. The truth is, you are actively setting your relational patterns and calibrating your self-worth. First, pattern setting. Every relationship dynamic you repeat, chasing the emotionally unavailable person, avoiding conflict, people pleasing to be liked, gets etched deeper into your neural pathways. You are literally practicing for your future marriage or long-term partnership. Are you practicing healthy communication, setting boundaries, and choosing secure attachment? Or are you practicing drama, anxiety, and setting for breadcrumbs? The pattern you master by 30 is likely the one you bring to the person and potentially build a family. Second, your relationship resume. The people you choose reflect and reinforce your self-concept. Consistently dating people who don't respect your ambitions, that's a signal your own ambition feels guilty or unworthy. This decade is your chance to build evidence of what you deserve. Go on dates with people who intimidate you with their stability. Learn to walk away from potential that doesn't have your respect. Your relationship resume should list experiences of being bad, not just a list of feelings. Third, the friendship foundation. Romantic love gets the spotlight, but the friendships you cultivate in your 20s are the emotional bedrock. These are the people who will stand up for you, call you out when you're self-sabotage, and support you through career challenges and hardships. Invest in you. Be vulnerable. A strong, chosen family in your 20s creates a foundation of support and emotional health for your partner and a more resilient family. Don't let romance give you the impulse or groundwork for lifelong friendships. This brings us to the core of it all, personal growth. In your 20s, you are not just defining yourself. You You are in the active daily process of building yourself. Your brain's prefrontal cortex is finishing its development, solidifying how you assess risk, manage emotion, and make decisions. You are quite literally architecting an adult life. This is about building identity capital, a term coined by developmental psychologist Dr. Meg Jay. It's the collection of personal assets, the skills you have, the experiences you provide, the things you know about yourself. The resume with interesting projects is identity capital. The confidence from solo traveling is also identity capital. The resilience from falling and failing at a startup is identity capital. In your 20s, you should be aggressively collecting this capital. It's what makes you unique and adaptable and achievable. But there's a tax. Let's call it the comfort zone tax. Every year you spend doing what's easy and familiar, the unfulfilling job, the stagnant routine, avoiding hard conversation, you pay for it later in regret, diminished opportunities, and a harder pivot. The suffering of discipline in your 20s is a one-time thing. The suffering of regret in your 40s is a perpetual subscription. So pay for the upfront cost. Learn the hard skill. Have a scary conversation with a parent. Go to therapy to understand your struggles. Live in a new city. Your capacity for risk and recovery is lower than your parent. Finally, define your own metrics. Society's scorecard for your 20s, job title, relationship status, apartment, is a trap. Your job is to define what's looks like for you. Is it autonomy, creativity, impact, community? Your 20s are for life experience to answer that question. Try things, quit things. Your intuition is a muscle. Use it to discern what aligns with your core values, not just external validation. So how do these three pillars of money, relationship, growth, and yourself? They feed on journey. Financial stability reduces anxiety, making you a more present player and free mental energy for growth. Strong relationships provide a support network in the career risk and personal challenges. Personal growth builds confidence and earn more above money. It's a virtuous cycle. The flywheel starts spinning in your 20s. Your 20s are your unicorn power. The power of time to compound and let it come. Don't just let this decade happen to you. Design it, invest in it. The most important project you will ever work on is the first one. The link to our new Discord is in the description below. If you like these videos, like, subscribe, and tune in for the next one. This is let's start. So how do these three pillars, money, relationship, growth, and yourself, they feed on each other? Financial stability reduces anxiety, making you a more present player and free mental energy for growth. Strong relationships provide a support network for career risk and personal challenges. Personal growth builds your confidence to earn more and love your life. It's a virtuous cycle, and the flywheel starts spinning in your 20s. Your 20s are